Well, hallelujah and praise the Most High today, family. Praise the Most High Yahuwah today. Family, it is a gorgeous day here in the Carolinas. We got out earlier today, and it's real nice out. Gorgeous day, nice and mild. As you hear the birds chirping, woodpecker pecking across a piece of wood over here. Like, won't he go somewhere? But I'm in his territory, right, family? We have to share. So I can't get too upset when folks want to give praise. Like every time I start here in the mornings, that joker there, I think that's a mockingbird. You hear the woodpecker. They go at it. They like, this how we communicate. This how we sound off. Hallelujah. We're so grateful, family, for another opportunity and the ability to praise the Most High today. To come and say something that makes a difference. I saw that in a post the other day, and it said, say what needs to be said. And that's what we're doing today. It's not popular, and it's okay. We're not going to be held responsible for it. And well, let me say, I hope everyone else as well, like myself, you're able to get out and enjoy this day. Getting yourself in some fresh air, some sunshine, and the Most High willing, some good exercise. Hallelujah. And some good exercise. Hallelujah. I also saw a post earlier this morning when I was answering my messages that said this individual was set forth on a year, 365 days to walk a mile a day. I said, that's a nice goal. That's a nice goal. Just thought I'd mention it. Hallelujah. But the idea today is called Most Black Churches is the Problem. Uh-oh. That came out the blue, didn't it? Yes, it did, because it's the truth. Most black churches is the problem. And we say black churches in parentheses and in quotes. We could even say most Hebrew churches is the problem. But it's more than just the Hebrews of our skin color. And this post right here is what started this idea off. The Most High said, take note of this. And what it says is, they've been going to church over 400 years, and the pastor still haven't told them who they are. And she made reference to Exodus 6:6. Therefore say to Yasharal, I am Yahuwah, and I will bring you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians, and I will rid you of their bondage, and will redeem you with the stretched out arm and with great judgment. But as the text also says, family, judgment first must start in the Most High's house. And we've been seeing some of it. Slowly but surely, we've been seeing some of it. And what I've been noticing, family, is when the heat is on all the churches for not bringing out the truth, they throw the heat on somebody else that's blatantly out there doing wickedness. They'll throw it on them. And I've been seeing a few posts of late that's been, other folks have been calling out pastors or preachers of the church now, calling out other preachers from in the same organization. And see, that's how they throw folks under the bus when they trying to keep from getting ran over. I thought I'd mention that. But let's go to the text, see what the Most High has to say about it. And we looked at Romans 1:18-19. And this was a confirmation to the idea. I saw this morning as I was studying. Like I said, I checked my messages to see who may have commented on our recordings and respond back. But I saw this from one of our sisters, and it's Yahuwah's wrath on unrighteousness. What a confirmation. Yahuwah's wrath on unrighteousness. And the text says, for the wrath of Yahuwah is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men. Against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men, who suppress the truth and unrighteousness, because what they who suppress the truth and unrighteousness, because what may be known of Yahuwah is manifest in them, for Yahuwah has shown it to them. That's a big problem, family. He's shown them the truth, but they refuse to tell it. Just as I was saying on the way over, I was reminded of the fellow when I first came into this truth of who we are as a people and our responsibility. So I think that's where we get it twisted, family. We can just say who we are as a people. Okay, cool. We're the chosen people of the Most High. Hoorah, hoorah, hoorah. But with that comes responsibility. The same responsibility our forefathers didn't keep, didn't live up to. They broke covenant. But this fella, we all grew up. We didn't grow up together, but we all went to high school. We went to basically we was around each other through middle school, junior high school, and high school, and graduated together. And we just knew of each other. One of the fellas I was a little closer to than the other, because we was in ROTC. Matter of fact, all of us was in ROTC. But this one fella, I believe we was in the same class, or the same, I believe the same class, but we had different teachers during that same period, because they had two different years, and he may have been in it longer than I was. But anyway, he's one of the fellas that's really instrumental in my growth and my understanding of the truth and who we are and the responsibility of the truth. See, that's very important, family. Because he said he was talking to this other fella who is a preacher now. Both of these fellas are preachers. And this other fella is a pastor. And he asked him, he said, man, you do know who we are, don't you? He said, yeah, I know. He said, but I can't tell my people that. He said, my people will leave me. And I was hot. I'm like, his people will leave him. Don't he know them the Most High's chosen people and not his? They already left him. But this is what we're facing today. These fools out here talking about their people going to lead them. And that's their outlook on it. Their people, they're mine possession. No, the Most High gave them to you as the leader of a flock. Which, just like this text says, Yahuwah has made it known to him, the truth. And it's supposed to be manifest in them. For Yahuwah has shown it to them. And see, just like I say, anytime anybody studies the text long enough to get a degree from the cemetery school, not just seminary, but cemetery school, because they're preaching the exact opposite of the truth. They're preaching death. And anytime you have that book in front of you, as long as they do, you're going to know the truth. And you're going to ask questions, and then you're going to get the answer. Just like I heard a teacher talking to his students in one of these so-called schools. One of them had recorded it, and he asked him, he said, what are y'all here for? And some of them said that to preach the word. And he asked the other, he said, okay, that's very admirable, I believe the word was. Then he said, what about the rest of it? What are y'all here for? And somebody was truthful. They said to make money. Oh boy. And he said, bingo, That's the reason we're all here, to make money for the kingdom of God. So we can take care of some of these things we need to take care of to combat evil. Went into that whole silly spiel. But the Most High didn't tell Yahusha to concentrate on money. He told him to preach the Besorah, that he had came to take away the sins of the earth, to sacrifice himself, basically saying, I'm the way to the Most High, by following my example, by living the lifestyle I live. During the last 24 hours, I have been getting confirmation after confirmation confirming this idea, and reminding me that I am not the only one Yahuwah has been sharing his heart with concerning this most grievous problem in our nation of Yasharal. The real problem is, as my final confirmation confirmed, these churches are ran by sororities, all of which have taken vows to their principality, who is under Hasatan, the little g of this world, which the text says, Hasatan, who is the God of this world, little g of course, has blinded the minds of those who won't believe, or who don't believe. And one version says who won't and don't believe the glorious light of the Besorah. But we see why they're in 2 Timothy 4:3-4. And family, it's not only that the leaders come from these sororities, but their congregation is from these sororities also. They fill up the pews. And it's a major divide in our community. It's a major disconnect. Because what they're trying to do is indoctrinate the rest of the community to how they've been indoctrinated in their colleges and in their sororities. They have bought and are now trying to sell the American dream, which is no longer a dream, it's a nightmare, because everybody is waking up to what it really is. But they're still pushing, just like a drug dealer, still trying to push that dope. And it's 2025. And it's 2025, and you guys joke out here still trying to sell crack. Oh boy, what a fool! What a fool! But it's true. It's happening every single day. Not only crack, but blow. And them pills. But Matthew 7:15 says, beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravenous wolves. You will know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes from thorn bushes, or figs from thistles? Even so, every good tree bears good fruit, but a bad tree bears bad fruit. The Most High reminded me after I read this text that the way we judge these so-called leaders of the so-called black community is by our grand example, Yahusha. If they are not mirroring Yahusha and his ministry, they are simply trash, taking up space that needs to be taken out and burned. The text says in Matthew 7:19-23, every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. Therefore, by their fruits you will know them. Now everyone who says to me, Master, Master, shall enter the kingdom of heaven, but he who does the will of my Father in heaven. What's going to happen when we are judged by the company we keep? And the company we keep, no, I said we're actually judged by the company we keep and the fruit we bear. So what's going to happen when the company we keep, they're bearing bad fruit, or your pastor is bearing bad fruit, and you're sitting up under him, you're supporting him, and you know he's not bearing good fruit. You know for a fact he looks nothing like Yahusha in any kind of way. He looks more like this world system and the club. And I make mention of the club because on the way over here also I said the church is just like a club. It's just like the strip club. You get all your entertainment. Folks letting stuff hang all out, wearing tight stuff so you see what you're getting, and then you holler. And the after party is at the motel room. Yeah, it is. Ain't nothing changed. So it's being passed down from generation to generation. But yeah, what's going to happen when Yahusha judges folks, when they brought before him, the one who lived this life and didn't sin, he's going to say, I don't know you. Depart from me, you worker of iniquity. You what, Robert? You worker. This is what you push. You just a pusher. You push your dope. And now it's time to pay for it. You're going to say, I don't know none of y'all. Go on over there to the left with the rest of your buddies, your compadres. I don't know you. But that's what's going to happen to most of these teachers and preachers. And as I said, these community leaders who start off as preachers but end up as wolves. And they take the okie doke every time. They say, we'll pay you. We'll pay you. They say, okay. My balls get big. And I ain't naming names today. We all know them. We see them in the post. But folks still follow them. But see, the idea about today is the Most High is judging those followers. The leaders are already damned. They're already damned to hell. But what about you today? Who are you supporting that's not holding up the truth? Who's not speaking the truth? Let's read that one more time. We have time. Y'all have time. And it's Romans 1:18 through 19. Yahuwah's wrath on unrighteousness. For the wrath of Yahuwah is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men, who suppress the truth in unrighteousness, because what may be known of Yahuwah is manifest in them, for Yahuwah has shown it to them. Okay, Pop, we'll share that. And while we have time, let's look at this Strong's Dictionary word that confirmed this. And it's one that he gave me at 11:17 last evening. And it's the Hebrew word, Strong's Hebrew word 1117. And it's Bama. And it means a high place. And basically a high place for idols. And that's what the black church has become. Like we said, they're following their principalities, whose leader is Hasatan, the chain of command. And they dare not get out of the chain of command, because they'll lose that paper, that pay. Better get it together. Family, do stay up and keep pushing forward in the right direction. We know the problem. We know what's going to happen to it. It's going to get burned up in the fire. And I, for one, would be glad to see it. Because they're deceiving folks. And you see it all over social media right now. And these, like we said, these pastors or preachers, they're getting on board to bash other folks that's getting the business now. saying, yeah, let's keep the heat off us and let's get on them too, like everybody else getting on them. But you're gonna get it too. So I think that's where we get it twisted, family. We can just say who we are as a people. Okay, cool. We're the chosen people of the Most High. Hoorah, hoorah, hoorah. But with that comes responsibility. The same responsibility our forefathers didn't live up to. They broke covenant. Sooner or later, it's coming to your house. Hallelujah. Shalom.